All right, we are recording. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome. We are doing Voices for a New Humanity. I'm Eliza Bloom Robinson, and I'm with my friend Becky
Brittian.
Ariel. You choose names. I'm so grateful you're here, Becky.
I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so excited to talk about your topic. You know, I think we both came in to be here for the new humanity.
Isn't that true? You know, Becky and I just met not very long ago, a couple of months ago, a handful of months ago, and we had this instant connection. Becky is a sparkler by trade. Her platform is Embody Your Greatness, and she's got a brand new book coming out, Share Your Inner Light. No, The Art of Sparkling. Share Your Inner Light with the World. Her platform is about dance and sparkle and
It's very exciting. You know, I heard there was a little voice about a year ago, and it's just a year ago, like last week. Write a book about sparkling. And I was like, really? But I had been sparkling for about 12 years. I sparkle with my hands and I send light out. But I was surprised because I have done so many different things. And so I decided to start writing the book. But I thought I would maybe have a page or two. And I didn't know what I was going to say. Because you're sparkling, you know, what am I going to say about sparkling? But the book wrote itself, and I'm so excited about it. So it's really a special book. It's a how-to book, so you learn about how to sparkle and who to sparkle and how it helps your health and just sparkling humanity. But it's a memoir. Because I met some amazing sparkler, I had amazing sparkler teachers, and so I talk about them. Can I just tell you one amazing sparkler teacher that I had?
Absolutely.
Gene Kelly.
Oh.
Do you remember Gene Kelly, the dancer?
Yes, of course, yes.
I was about 19 and I was in a choreography class at UCLA, and the choreography, the teacher said, we're going to have a special guest, and in comes Gene Kelly. He's about 52, but he looked like $1 million. And talk about a sparkling personality. His whole being just emitted so much light. As you see on the films, this is who he was, his authentic self. And so he chose 5 of us, and so I got to work with him for 5 days.
Wow.
And it was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. And I feel like I think I got a transmission from him, you know, about just the love of dance and movement flow and just getting into that zone with full sparkle. So he was one of the early people that I talk about. And so there's some surprises in the book. That's not a surprise I just heard about,
but it seems like, you know, sparkle is who you are and who you've been, right? Every time I see you, especially on Facebook, you're sparkling and you're dancing, but you're also getting miraculous results. But as we're talking about this new humanity, how do you see that showing up, and as you're sparkling, bringing forth new humanity?
Let me tell you.
Okay, please tell me.
I want to tell you. You know, we are entering the new humanity, and it is so glorious. And, you know, it's an era of love and light and and purity. It comes, you know, from our most innocent, you know, when we are, the new humanity just exudes love and light and the pure hearts that we are. And so I feel that with the sparkling, you know, sometimes I tell people that I'm a sparkler, and they kind of like, but you know, when you're sparkling, when you're sending sparkles to plants or people or nurses, you know, whoever may need it throughout the day, it's a blessing. It's an honoring of that person, and you're coming from the love and light that you are, from a very innocent and beautiful place. And I really feel that in the new humanity, you know, it's all really about frequency. And when you're sparkling, you're changing the electromagnetic frequencies of your own light, and you're aware that you have, you know, access to unfathomable light. Yeah. That you can call in and bring in and then send out, because that's what we're doing. We're creating this new humanity, which is a world of greater light and greater love and elevated consciousness. But it starts with us, and many of us don't know, you know, that we have the light within, and we can cultivate that. And this is one thing I want to talk. I'm so excited you're giving me a chance to talk about this. We have new light coming in. We have new plasma frequencies that are coming in. And I feel really strongly that we need to cultivate the light within, which is why I have my new platform, which is called Dance and Light. But it helps you cultivate your own light bodies, because we have our body, and then we have biofields around our body. And so you're clearing and bringing in the light of that light body so that you can prepare, because we are moving into this era, and we need to be filled with light, and we need to be able to, I think, prepare for this. You know, when you're sparkling someone, you're sending out the light, but you're getting the light back in. It helps you raise your frequency. And that is what I think is really basic to be moving forward. So you're sending light, that love and light, to others, living light. You know, we are filled with this living light. We have the living light. And I feel this needs to be a new teaching for the children. Like, people don't, how do you use your light? Or we have light. The indigenous people knew we had, you know, that we had the light, and they cultivated it. But, you know, modern civilization, we don't talk about that. But I think of it as, you know, that divine spark with, you know, God to man, and we have that spark, and that spark lives inside of us, and we can really, you know, brighten that up and bring that up and just, you know, send it out, because this is the gift of being a human. And a new human is going to be this radiant, we're going to be even more radiant human, luminous.
Luminous, that's a good word. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think, you know, a lot of new thought and spiritual teachers talk about that light within, but what it feels like to me, you know, not only in this conversation, but in being with you and being in the new humanity, what you said was cultivate the light. It's like but for me, it feels like land in your body. Don't go out here somewhere, land in your body and raise it up. And when we raise it up, we lift and gift. And then what's been happening for me, even before I met you, is like we gift this energy, this love, this compassion, this wholeness, whatever. And it's like this infinity, figure eight. But when it comes back down is the sparkles. It's like brilliance or diamonds or glitter.
Diamond sparkles. You know what, when you're out there, you know, I've adopted sparkling as my spiritual practice. So instead of doing yoga, I go out for sparkling walks. And the more that I walk and sparkle, and the more that you do this, you really begin to see new sparkles everywhere. But
Yes.
I really want to make a point that when you're dancing in the light, you're dancing in the light. What do you need to do first? You need to really ground yourself and settle and, bring it in. So before you sparkle, I take a minute to pause and center, and I ground myself, because if you're going to, you really need to bring that up, and call in the light, and then bring it down, down, and then up and then out. So we're not just like dancing in the light, but you're really taking a minute to center and calm. And so I love what you said, because I think that that's really a first step. And I talk about that in my book, about how you prepare. So I do that before I go out on my sparkle walks. I just take a minute, and I just, I come into a centered place, right? And I ground into that beautiful Mother Earth energy, and I bring up her energies, and then I combine that with Father Sky, and then I bring it back down, and then I connect with my heart, and then I send it out. So it's kind of like a chunk.
I love the sound effects of it, like boom, like no. And for me,
And there you are.
I used to send out, we were talking about this earlier, I used to do a lot of sending out of what I called white light whammies, and sending it. And different to me somehow. And I think I was thinking about the difference as you were explaining your process. And for me, I think it's about like it's not like some over here sending it over there. It's more about the expansion of it for me. It's like you just expand that field where it's like, and it can be across the globe or across the universe. It doesn't have to be like just, as far as your hands reach, but the whole field then lines up with this super high electrical light energy that is that sparkle.
In my book, I talk about supernova sparkling.
You do.
I do. And that's the next level of it. When you are, we're dealing with the quantum field. And so you can send your light anywhere to universes beyond. You can sparkle, you really, that's another level of it. But, you sort of start, and you're sparkling your plants and you're sparkling people, but then you kind of build it up. But you can sparkle, sparkle the stars, sparkle places that, are really in need. Our son is in Myanmar, and he's dealing with folks in refugee camps there, and COVID is coming up. So I really send my light to them, just direct it out. And I think that we do this, using our intention, with intention and up in your frequency. You can send your light pinpoint anywhere in the world in a very quantum way. And also, when you're doing this, you're really in touch with all this multidimensional energies that are available.
That's what it feels like. It feels like as soon as you line up with that intention, it becomes very multidimensional.
It's very multidimensional.
Which
and
makes
it's also magical. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It makes it so co-creative and so magical. And the other piece that I find is the collaborative. It's like, boom, when we do it together, it's like
so much more powerful. I keep seeing, I participate in the million folks that are meditating for peace.
Yeah.
And I've done several of these platforms, but I keep saying, million people together meditating for peace and sparkling. So every time I'm doing that, I'm like, we need to have a group and we're all sparkling. I mean, can you imagine? Because you're sending living light out to humanity, to your worlds. And I feel, you know, you can sparkle from different places, but I just feel it's so much more powerful. And this is why every single night, I pray for my grandchildren and I sparkle them. It just takes 1 minute. You know, I just see them and I sparkle them because I feel like it's such a blessing and protection for them. It's a blessing, but it's really an important thing to do. I feel, to protect.
What it feels like to me as you describe it is it feels like, I'm just going to use my language on it. It's like our spirituality and what I've been my whole career in has been so lovely. And that meditation for peace and all of that is so lovely. And it brings us to the calm. But this activates with a power that is so co-creative that it activates into change. It activates into the new. And it's so perfect because, right, you're just like, my whole body is sparkling from this conversation.
I mean, because the light, you know, you magnetize, you really, it's a magnetizing energy. And, you know, you can use this in your personal life. Like I sparkled my manuscript. I'm like,
perfect.
I sparkled it, you know, and I sparkle my platform. And in the book I talk about, I sparkle my cards when I'm playing with fairy. I sparkle my cards. And I always win. Like, I feel like I'm just like, but you know what? I've got winning cards. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, you can do it on so many different levels, but it just adds to the joy, you know?
Gosh. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Sparkling your food. So you're blessing your food, you're blessing your water, you're saying that, you know, but when you just add a little sparkle to it, it's just like zing with the strings of my heart and my cells, you know, activating the light in your cells, because we want all of our trillion cells to be filled with, you know, living light, healthy living light. And this, we have all of these capabilities. The new human has we have it now.
We have it now. And
now.
This level of playing with this magic and this, I mean, everything's ignited, activated right now in a really yummy, rich way. And this is what is helping birth the new humanity that already is.
Yes.
I am so grateful you could spend this time with us and share. If you want to know more about Becky, all her links are in the description. And feel free to reach out and feel free to play with this idea of sparkle. You might be really surprised.
It's all play.
It's all play.
It's play. It's happy play and loving play. And there's no wrong way. You just have fun with it.
Thank you, Becky.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So much love to everybody. We'll see you again real soon in the next episode. Bye.